Hey everyone! Hello, happy Saturday! I hope everyone had a great Saturday. I was trying to remember what I was going to say, and I was like, well, I've been having a good Saturday. My husband's home. If y'all don't know, my husband is a trucker, and he's regional. So sometimes he's not home all the time. So it's really nice when our family is together. And hey, Jared. Hey, Tova. Almost forgot how to pronounce your name, girl. I'm sorry. Hey, Megan. Hey, Danielle. All right, so I'm actually pretty nervous about this video. You know how often I do lives. This video, actually, I had to kind of breathe myself to actually press start because it's such a big topic for a lot of people. It's kind of uncomfortable. And Rob, my husband, and I were talking today about body image and self-love, and I have my little notes here because I had so much to say, but body dysmorphic disorder, and how many people actually suffer from body dysmorphic disorder, and how people view ourselves, or how we view ourselves, how our mind is thinking naturally how other people perceive us, and then our self-loathing, things that bother us about ourselves, and we nitpick at ourselves. We were just talking about all this, and then I realized, and he was telling me that he even self-hated himself. And if you ever see my husband, I'm very biased, but he's very tall and handsome, blonde hair, blue eyes, very, very attractive man, in my opinion. But I would have never thought in my life that he would have a body image issue, being tall and not having a weight problem. But because he was so tall, he's 6'6", by the way, very, very tall guy. He was very lean growing up, very, very skinny. And people would always tell him that he needed to eat more or put more weight on his body. And it made him disgusted with himself. And he hated how he looked. And the only way that he actually got over that, well, one, he also dressed himself in baggy clothes. But when he went into the military, and he basically was forced to be uncomfortable, and then he got over it, and then he stopped caring how other people saw him. But that happened at the age of 25 when he stopped caring. And it's crazy how long it actually takes for people to really embrace themselves. It's really sad when people say, oh, your life doesn't really start until you hit 35 or 40. Why do we have to wait to reach those ages to finally be okay with ourselves, to finally be comfortable? But there's even people that are older who have body image issues. So I want to talk about, hey Miranda, I want to kind of talk about how we view ourselves. When I was younger, I had an extreme self-hatred for myself. How I looked. You guys, I'm going to be completely honest up front. I'm going to be real with you guys. I started puberty at 5 years old. And a lot of people don't know that. I started puberty at 5 years old. I had to go to specialist doctors, and I was put on steroids to even out my hormones and things that were going on inside internally. And because of those steroids, when I was little at 5 years old, I gained a lot of weight, and I had a moon face. And I got homeschooled, and I didn't have a lot of social skills at all, none. I would be like, you're glue or whatever, and you're talking bad. I was the homeschool kid with no social skills. And then when I went back into public school, I was in for a shock because I was the chunky kid who had no social skills, and I got bullied. And not only did other people bully me, but I bullied myself. Because when you hear it over and over again with yourself, oh my gosh, I'm so fat. Oh my gosh, I'm disgusting. People are not going to like me. You're bullying yourself, and you're being mean to yourself. And I would say that. I'm like, oh, no one's ever going to be your friend. Oh, that guy would never like you. You're disgusting. You don't deserve this. I had that self-hatred for myself. And you know what? A lot of other people do. And it's very, very common, and it's very sad, and it needs to stop. You guys, you need to live in the moment and be happy with yourself now. And that's what I came to realize with my journey, not just with Younique. Younique is a big, big thing that really got me outside of my comfort zone and really helped me soul search. And finally, in the one time in my life, I finally loved everything about myself. Everything. And I want you to do the same. You have to stop focusing on what is wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. And you're going to always torture yourself. If you think that you have a big nose and you're constantly focusing on your nose and what are people thinking about my nose? I don't want to go out. They're going to think I'm going to have a big nose, or my laugh, or oh my gosh, I look so fat in this, or I don't know. Stop holding yourself back, and who cares what people think? If you want to wear the tight red dress and you have a little bit of love handle, well, girl, 50 other girls have love handles, and go work it and be happy and love yourself and embrace yourself every step of the way. That's why so many people have such bad body image, is because they think that once they get to this weight, they're going to be happy with themselves. Or once they get to this pant size or dress size or bulk in the arms, that they're going to be happy with themselves. Well, you know what? When you get there and you don't work on yourself internally and loving yourself through that journey of working on yourself, because we're all works in progress, if you don't work on yourself internally and you're just focusing on the outside, you're never going to be happy with yourself. You're never going to feel good enough. Hey, baby girl. Oh, thank you. Are you okay?
Shoulder?
Sure. Sarah gave me this. Very cute. Okay, baby mommy's.
No, I can read it too.
Okay. Sorry, y'all.
Actually, I can't read it.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't know what I said.
You don't know what you said? Okay, mommy's working. Can you close my door? Aww. She told me to have a great day and she loves me. Close it. Okay, so anyways, if you don't work on yourself internally and really embrace yourself, if you have acne, embrace your acne. If you have extra love and chunk, embrace the love and chunk. And that's who you are, and you are beautiful exactly who you are right now. Live like tomorrow doesn't exist, and who cares what people think about you? And you need to stop torturing yourself and focusing on those bad body image issues, and you have to work on it. It's not an easy thing. It's not, because your whole life you've been thinking about this yourself, and it's not just thinking positive things. You really have to focus and really love yourself, and you have to step outside your comfort zone to finally be like, okay, I'm okay. I can do this. I'm beautiful. I'm courageous. Okay, I can do this. I'm going to read a little bit of what I have here because I had so much to say and then I'm getting on a roll and I don't want to ramble, but I had so many points I wanted to make because to me this is such an important topic about self-love and embracing yourself. Let's see. Love your stretch marks. And there's so many women. This is the sad thing. Our bodies are such an amazing thing, and women are so hard on ourselves when after we have kids and our bellies get all squishy and our thighs get all big and jiggly and our boobs might get a little saggy or whatever, and we just made this creation, this life inside of us, and then all of a sudden we look at our body and we feel ruined. Don't feel that way about yourself. You just did such an amazing thing, and your body just did this amazing thing. You need to love it. And I want, speaking of loving your body, but when you think about when you love your child, if your child had a big birthmark on their face, you're going to think that is the most beautiful birthmark in the whole world, because that's your child and you love your child unconditionally. You need to also love yourself like you would love your own child. You need to be nice to yourself and love yourself unconditionally. And you also need to forgive yourself for being so mean to yourself. You know how long it took me to finally forgive myself for being so mean to myself? The thoughts that I would never ever say to somebody else, but I said it to myself, that's unacceptable. That I was being my own bully, and it needed to stop. This is why people with anorexic, who are anorexic or bulimic, or even those who are overweight, it's like they're not working on themselves inside, and they're only focusing on a certain goal or how they see themselves. And it's just, it's never ending. It's like a deadly cycle. And when you start hating yourself from the outside, you start hating yourself from the inside too. And then you don't think you're good enough for anything. You don't think you deserve that job, or you're self-doubting, and then you hold yourself back, and you're holding back your potential, because everyone has potential. Don't tell me you don't have potential, because everybody does. There's no one single person who is exactly the same, and you have a lot to give. You do. I'm not good at math. I'm not a person that can help someone with math. But by golly, when I'm talking to someone on the phone who is just doing all this math, I am so grateful for them. And even if that is just a little bit of kindness and a little bit of explaining to me how things work with math or whatever, that is like, it's helping people and having a purpose and giving yourself back. Can you imagine if everyone actually looked at the mirror and was happy with themselves as they are right at this moment on your journey of working on yourself? If everyone was like that and appreciated themselves, there would be a lot more kindness and appreciation towards each other, huh? Because it's really hard to be nice to someone else when you don't like yourself either, right? It's hard. It's hard. And then we stress ourselves out, and then we worry about things. And we start thinking about, what if someone says this about me? Or what if I laugh too loud? It doesn't matter. This is your life, and you need to live in the moment. If you don't love yourself now, then you won't love yourself when you reach those goals, and nothing will ever be good enough. Even your job. That's why, think about how many people who are famous, who are beautiful, who are just absolutely, eye candy, like, oh my God, they're so gorgeous. And they kill themselves. Because they didn't work on themselves internally. They let those demons haunt them, or they just push them to the side and they say, I'm fine. Quit saying you're fine. If there's something wrong, if there's something that needs to be worked on, do it. Even if it's on the inside, get the help that you deserve. And be nice to yourself and treat yourself better. And be determined and set a commitment to yourself like you would set a commitment to your kid. And, it's simple. It's so simple, but we all have this mindset, and they blame this mindset. Oh, I'm not motivated today. Well, sorry, motivation just doesn't come. You have to work at that motivation. You have to reach for that motivation. Reach for it. And then you will see the change, and you're going to appreciate every second of it. And you're really going to be happy when you hit your goals. And you deserve to be happy. You deserve it. And quit thinking about what is in your past, or, well, this happened, or I tried already. Well, try again. All the people who are successful in life, or who hit their goals and their goal weight, or whatever, or top of companies, whatever you want to talk about, has failed so many times, but they never gave up. That's the only difference. The only difference is that didn't work, they tried something new. Then they kept on going. They didn't quit, and I know it takes so much work not to quit. It is so hard, but those things that are worth having are hard to work for, and then you're really going to appreciate it when you have it, and you're not going to throw it away, including yourself, your weight, and you treat yourself. It would be really, really sad if someone finally got to their goal weight, or they grew out their hair, or they did something finally for themselves, and then they're still not happy, and then they push themselves in alcoholism or drugs or stuff that's not good for them, and then they just throw their life away. You have to work at what's up in here, and you have to work what's in your heart, and find your purpose, and find who you really are. You have to search for that, and you have to dig deep. It is so hard, but trust me when you get there. I've finally have gotten to this point in my life where I don't care what people think of me, but I love helping others. And I have found my purpose. It's not just makeup and skincare and posting positive quotes. It's really reaching out and helping whoever wants it to find their potential and to really seek their purpose, and not let their past haunt them, and not let their self-doubt or their self-hatred and not loving themselves at this very moment hold them back. Because that needs to stop. It really, really does. It's so sad. I basically said everything that was on my notes. I'm really proud of myself. But it's just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter how your face looks. It doesn't matter. It's what's inside. When you finally reach down what's inside, that is going to portray, that is going to beam out of you. Everyone is beautiful and everyone is amazing and special. And I can see that now. There's a lot of people the people that I don't like are the people who don't like themselves. But at the same time, that's when I think about that. I'm like, you know what? I'm not really going to put my focus on that person because I know that person is battling with themselves. And I'm going to step away, but I'm here if they need me. But you need to also separate yourself from those who are toxic and those who settle and thinks it's okay and thinks it's comfortable. Like you almost like you become who you hang around all, when it's okay to eat pizza 3 times a week and everybody's doing it and everyone gains 10 pounds, but it's okay because she gained 10 pounds, so I'm going to gain 10 pounds. It's okay. We're getting fat together. That's not okay either. You know what? You need to also be the example. Be the example for your kids. Not just getting healthy or doing what you need to do internally, but you're also being the example that this can be a positive impact on your kids so they don't have to go through that when they're older. That's why it's so important for me with my kids that I teach them to love themselves and embrace themselves at this very moment. And it's okay if you're going through this stage. If you're going through acne, it's okay. You're still gorgeous. We all went through acne. And I want her to never doubt herself or question herself because she's so scared of what other people think of her. I want the same thing for you all. It's so important to me. But I just want that for everybody. It's so hard and it's so sad. And 1 in 50 people have body dysmorphic disorder. And that's where they just focus on everything that they feel like is wrong with them 24/7. And can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? And then just how sad it is holding ourselves back because of that? Would we tell our children that? Oh, no, you can't do that because you're 50 pounds overweight. Why would you tell it to yourself too? It's not fair. You need to be fair to yourself. You need to be your biggest cheerleader. You need to be your biggest hero. Don't wait for other people to give you compliments. You need to give yourself compliments. When's the last time you were truly, truly nice to yourself? Like truly nice to yourself? When's the last time you bought yourself flowers? I used to do that when I was feeling sad for myself. And I always told my mom, like, I'm going to go buy myself flowers because I'm kind of sad today. And I'm not going to wait for someone to buy me flowers, so I'm going to buy sunflowers. And I would go get myself flowers and set them on the table. And I did that for myself. You need to treat yourself kindly. And you need to also put yourself first. Because you need to fill your cup. Because so many women and men give and give and give. It's like pouring coffee. You're doing refills all the time. But you're not filling up your pot as well. And you need to do that. Because in other ways, you're always going to be drained. And then you're always going to be tired. And then you feel like you can never get what you want because you don't have the energy. Well, you need to put yourself first. Even if you have to go to sleep early and wake up early to do something for yourself. And it's a daily habit. You have to do something daily for that to change. You have to have that massive action to take care of yourself. So you can take care of others and you can find your purpose and love yourself and be the example and the changes within us. If we are the example for this generation and loving ourselves and trying to be the change and helping each other and reaching out and caring, then people will follow that. They will follow that. If that becomes more of a trend, it's going to follow. And more goodness and kindness is going to happen because it's going to be okay to have some self-love and to embrace yourself. But really stop hating yourself. Stop being that bully. Stop focusing everything that is wrong with you and start loving yourself for everything that you are. Because you are so many amazing things. And you were put here on earth for something and for a reason. to help someone or to be there for something or to make a change or to make an impact. If you weren't there, what would have happened? You are special, and you need to treat yourself special and love yourself. And girl, damn it, you look good. Embrace it. Embrace the journey until you get to that goal, and then celebrate, and then focus on something else. Quit focusing on it all the time. Put your focus on something else. Build something that you love. If you want a garden, go build a garden. If you want to go get a dream job, go get your dream job. If you want to go make a CD, go make a CD if you sing. If you want to go dance, go take dancing lessons and then go perform. Do it. Stop waiting to be happy. Say, oh, I won't be happy until I'm this way, or I won't be happy until I get this job, or I won't be happy until I reach this level in the company. Be happy now, regardless if you're in debt, regardless if people are sick around you. It sucks, but you also need to be happy in the moment because tomorrow isn't ever guaranteed. How many summers do you have left? Think about it. Love yourself, embrace yourself, and help be the change. So anyways, I was kind of nervous about that one, and I'm glad we had this talk. I'm kidding. No, I really do love y'all, and I was just really thinking about it on my way home with my husband, and we were talking about it because we both suffered from hating ourselves, and I'm glad that we both came to a point before we got really, really old to realize that it doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter. Focus on yourself and focus on your side of the street. Who cares? Who cares? This is your life and your body and whatever. Just do what you want, and that's good. And be the positive change, not just positive quotes, but really take action in what you believe. Don't be a sitting duck. Take flight. Take flight. Okay? I love y'all. Bye.